All right, everybody, Adam back again with the Conscendo Evolution. This video, we're gonna talk about the pre-flight setup, what you're gonna need to get it flying and all that good stuff. First thing we're gonna do, anytime we bind or power up the airplane, we always take the propeller off. So let's do that first. It's super simple. It's just a screw on one side with a nut on the other side. So we'll just undo them and I'll show you how to do that. All right, super simple to take this off. There's a screw on this side and then there's a 5.5mm nut on this side. So we're just gonna unscrew it and take it off. Okay, that's how to take the prop off. Okay, now that we got the prop off, let's talk about some things you're gonna need. You're gonna need a 3S or 4S 2200 milliamp LiPo battery. You're gonna need a LiPo capable charger and a Spectrum radio. This is my NX10. You're gonna wanna set it up per the book for the instructions on this airplane, or you can go to spectrumrc.com and you can actually download the file for this airplane and a lot of our other airplanes right to the radio, which is what I did. So I already have it set up on my radio, ready to go. So I know that when I want to bind it, I just have to hold my bind button and turn it on once the plane is ready, and it'll bind straight to the Conscendo Evolution model that is on my radio. I do recommend the Spectrum Smart Battery System. It's so easy. You hook your battery into your charger. If it's a Gen 2 charger, it'll automatically start charging it and recognizing it. It is an amazing feature and super simple. Also, for storage mode, you don't ever have to discharge your batteries. The smart batteries will go into discharge into storage mode on their own, which is another amazing feature. So let's get the battery into the airplane. We'll get our bind plug in. Let's bind it up. We'll do our pre-flight check, make sure everything's working, and then you'll be out on your own and ready to go fly. All right, let's bind the airplane. We're gonna press the button here to open the hatch, like so. And as you can see, we have our bind lead right here. Our receiver is actually on the underside of the airplane, but we have this handy extension right here. So I'll grab my bind plug. We're gonna plug it in. It doesn't matter which way you go, you can't screw it up. Then we're gonna take our battery. We're gonna undo the hook and loop strap here. We're gonna place our battery into the battery tray. All right, once we have our battery installed, we can now plug it in. Now remember, we took the prop off, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, now that it is initialized, for safe, if we wanna have safe on, we're gonna pull the bind plug out before we bind our radio. If you want safe off, you're just gonna leave it in the whole time until it's fully bound. Now we're gonna actually bind the radio. So I'll do that now. I'm gonna hold down my bind button, turn my radio on. We should hear some happy tones out of this. All right, as you heard, we're fully bound and yep, we're up and moving. So let's put the canopy back on. Make sure everything's tucked in there. And we'll go and do our pre-flight checklist. All right, bind went great. Let's check our control surfaces and make sure they're going the right way. I'm gonna hit left aileron, which means my left aileron should go up and my right aileron should go down. Let's check it out. And it does. Now, let's go right. This one should go up and this one should come down. And it does, that's working too. Now we'll check our elevator. It should pull back and it should go up. And it does. And we'll push down and it should go down. And it does. Now we're gonna check our rudder. I'm gonna move it to the left, and as you can see, it's moving to the left. And I'll move it to the right, and it is moving to the right. So all of our control surfaces are working and moving in the right direction. Now we can test our throttle. We'll just hold the plane just for stability, and we'll spin it up. And as we can see, it does move. Now, when I turn it off, you see how that instantly stops? It has a brake on it, on the ESC. A lot of airplanes will free spin or slowly idle down. With a powered glider, you want it to stop for the free flight. So that's pretty cool. All right, so we got all of our control surfaces working, which is great, and they're all moving in the right direction. Next, we can set up a safe and make sure that that works. And our safe is on, so if I pick up the airplane and I move it, we should see those ailerons trying to correct itself, and they are. And same with the elevator and the rudder. I know it's hard to see, it's real small movements, but the plane is trying to level itself out. If I hold it at an angle and then I turn safe off, hear it click, safe on, it's trying to level, safe off. And then now you have full control of the airplane. So safe is working, our directions are working, our motor is working, everything's ready to go. So as long as we make sure we have a powered, fully charged battery, you're ready to go fly. This is one of the simplest, easiest builds we've done yet. Except we got to add the propeller. So let's put the propeller back on and then we're all done. So before we put the propeller on, we want to unplug and remove the battery. I'm going to attach the canopy back on. We're going to put it on the same way we took it off. I've got my 5.5mm nut here in my nut wrench. And we're just going to tighten it down with the screw. You want it tight, but you also want it loose enough that it'll still allow the prop to move and fold down just like that. We'll add the other one here. All right, we got the propeller back on here. Now, they will only go one way. But it's pretty simple. There's writing on the blades that show the size right here. Just make sure that those are out and you should be okay. They should not be facing towards the rear of the plane. They should be facing towards the front of the plane. All right, everybody, plane is assembled. Checklist is done. Bound, everything is working. Propeller is back on. Charge your battery up. You're ready to go fly. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you out at your local flying field, flying your Conscendo Evolution.